big-time implications for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. So the Virginia Tech Hokies return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Memphis Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Memphis picking up the tempo.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Quick tempo here for the offense. On the option. He'll pitch it. Just ran him over. The ball squirts free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rep.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Floating away. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility, and put it all in his play on that side.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job on the defensive end, seeing the ball come out quick, getting his hands in the air and deflecting the football.
On the move, it's Wilkins. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Memphis wants to move quickly.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Now the pitch. And into the end zone. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
The defense just got out-muscled at the point of attack there. And the back showed good vision, made a cut into the hole, 1st down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Memphis! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and obviously a great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
I tell you what, sometimes as an OC, you just kind of hold your breath when you're throwing into some of these windows down here near the goal line because they are so small, and you have to be so accurate and decisive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. In the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that, but the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go and make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Forced out of the pocket. Gets some yardage and gets down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On the return, it's Wilkins. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now the toss. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The toss to the outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. A full dive to haul that one in.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything.
He smashes his way through again. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They're getting this guy lathered up. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets him to the 36. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Slings it. Got him, and nobody's close. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7. over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They're testing the right side here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Lamb. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down. Already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense,
Got some room in to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
when you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble. And
he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hokies! What a great play. interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's high. Unloads it left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Feeling some heat. Fires it into traffic and is picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis.
And the Hokies will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Trying to get the corner. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing into second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's high. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Memphis. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The give to the tailback. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Going to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. And now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll go to the toss. Smashes through the tackle. Drills him with a stiff arm. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another 1st down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air. It's high. Right down the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He makes the connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Wide out in motion. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Memphis picking up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Using the quick game. And he breaks into the open. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep.
Touchdown, Memphis! And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them up 1st down, and the 2nd down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, Go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hokies will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Running it back, it's Wilkins. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to...
He caught it! Touchdown, Tiger! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the league. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's high. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking for a man. It's high. Looking to scramble. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kansas is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 31 to Cincinnati. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grabbed in the middle. It's great. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. It's complete on the right side. Finds a crease at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. Matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to beat him to the left. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air. It's high. He lets one fly deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much